German watches are respected, don't get me wrong, and I think most of us have a German watch in the collection, but I think there's one big German watch brand that doesn't get enough love. When you think of the likes of Christopher Ward, Oris, even Baltic, their watches are held in high regard by most collectors. But realistically, what this German brand has achieved in such a short amount of time is nothing but impressive, and I think more impressive than the aforementioned brands. So what's the reason for the lack of hype? Quality, design, price? Because I think this watch brand has them all, so what's the deal? Hello there, my name is Kieran, welcome to Top Tier Ticker. I hope you're having a good day. Today's video is a little bit different because I have 4 watches from one watch brand in for review. Now, I'm going to review all 4 of these watches in today's video and discuss exactly why I think this watch brand deserves a little bit more attention from collectors. The brand I'm talking about today is Nomos. They're based out of Glashütte and they were founded in just 1990. And they're one of the only watch brands on the planet that is basically making the same watches today as they were 35 years ago. Nomos is also one of the only German watch brands that make their own movements. They first introduced the Alpha caliber back in 2005, and they've been developing this movement ever since, adding different complications along the way. And Nomos don't just make their own movements, they make almost everything themselves. From their cases to their dials, approximately 95% of a Nomos watch is made by Nomos themselves. And what makes these watches so impressive is their price point. In-house movements ain't cheap. The cost of research and development, tools and manufacturing, watchmakers and designers, but Nomos managed to offer in-house watches for way below the norm, at least when compared with luxury watch brands. Today I have 4 watches from Nomos at vastly different prices. I have their entry point for the brand with the Club, their mid-level piece with the Tetra, and one of their higher end pieces with the Metro. Different styles, different complications, but all of them quintessential Nomos. So let's begin with the entry point to Nomos, and probably their most popular model amongst collectors and enthusiasts. Originally released in 2017, this is Nomos's answer to a sports watch. This is the Club, and it's sort of a weird style of watch. I would class it as like an everyday field watch. I'd certainly put it in that Garda type of category. And let's be honest, the vibe here is quite sort of hipster. It's exceptionally stylish, contemporary, a watch that would go with basically any casual outfit, but you probably couldn't dress it up. And Nomos matched the spec for this watch with that sort of style. Nothing unusual, stainless steel cases, sapphire crystals, of course brilliant for avoiding scratches, but then Nomos upgraded the water resistance of the Club to 100 meters compared to the other models which are lower. And of course that means you can now use these to go for a swim. Also, I might be wrong here, but I think the Club is the only Nomos model that features loom. I'm sure there might be another one, but the Club is certainly sort of the most popular with it. And of course one thing common across the whole Nomos catalogue is sort of the dial designs. They follow the Bauhaus design language. Minimal, clean, classy. Nothing over the top, just what needs to be. And every Nomos watch these days features the awesome in-house Alpha caliber. This is a manual wind movement that features a sub-seconds register at the 6 o'clock. The beat rate isn't super high here, the power reserve isn't exactly impressive, but they are exceptionally good looking movements. Now I have 2 different sizes of Club here. The white dial version features a 36mm case, the lug to lug is 46.5mm, and thickness is just 8.1mm thanks to that manual movement. This one is incredibly comfortable on the wrist. The proportions do feel a little bit odd, and the Club is known for having unusually long lugs. Also, one thing about the 36mm Club that I'm not a fan of is the 18mm lug width. Don't get me wrong, the supplied strap here is unbelievable quality. It's handmade in Germany and the quality of the leather is exceptional, but an 18mm lug width, I just don't vibe with them very often. Now the blue dial is the larger version, coming in with a 38.5mm case, the lug to lug is 48mm, and the case thickness is only a little bit bigger, 8.4mm. Still incredibly comfortable to wear, but I do think it looks substantially bigger on wrist than the 36. But one thing I do appreciate about this model, 20mm lug width, yes please. And that bigger strap combined with the larger dial does mean you get a lot more visual presence with this one. Now I was expecting to like the 36mm version more than the 38, and that's not the case. I prefer the proportions of the 38 and I just feel it's got a lot more balance. This one comes on a suede leather strap, again the quality is still really high, but again we still have those awkwardly long lugs. Now when it comes to the club, I love the vibe, I love the style of the watch, but these lugs, simply put, are not aesthetically pleasing. You can often see your wrist through the gaps when wearing the watch, and they just look a little bit unusual. But it won't be too much of an issue if you plan on wearing these watches on a NATO strap. These are brilliant watches, the designs are awesome, and they're clearly very well built. And if these had shorter lugs, I would already have one of these clubs in my collection. Every single club model comes in under £1,500, which when considering almost everything is in-house and you get a beautiful looking movement, I think these are a bit of a steal. Now next up is the Nomos that I think is the most underrated from the brand. It's certainly the most different in terms of style, but I think this one deserves a little bit more love. Released back in 1992, it's one of the models that's basically remained unchanged to this day. Now in terms of style here, we've almost gone a complete 180 compared to the club. This is definitely on the dressier side of things. Don't get me wrong, you could still wear it as an everyday watch, but I think this one would look better with a shirt and tie over a jumper and jeans. And when it comes to vibe, I just get that sort of Cartier tank, JLC Reverso sort of feeling. You know, classy, elegant, good proportions. Now this one is for sure less spec heavy than the club. Now you still get the stainless steel, you still get the sapphire, but the water resistance is no longer 100 meters, it's 30 meters here. Also, because this is a dressier style piece, no loom. Dial design still remains the same, we still have that Bauhaus influence. And considering that the dial markings aren't super prominent here and the hands are quite small, you still get really good legibility. Now the good thing about this exact one is that it actually has an open case back so we can see that beautiful movement. And if you are going to buy a Nomos, I would 100% recommend going for an open case back because you want to be able to look at this movement. This one comes in with a 29.5mm case, lug to lug is 40.5mm, and case thickness is, get this, just 6.6mm. Now don't worry too much about that 29.5mm case, squared watches do wear a lot bigger than you might think, but one thing I wish was different about this watch, 18mm lugs, again, I wish it was a 20, I just think it would have beefed the watch out just a little bit. The strap quality, again, exceptionally high, you can feel the quality of the leather, but the good thing about the Tetra is that there's no awkward lug gaps. Although the actual design of the lug is a little bit unusual, it has that sort of stepped construction, which I think is a really cool feature on this watch. I feel like this is one of Nomos' most complete designs. The shapes, the sizes, how everything works together, it's just so good looking. I think that this is the tank watch for an enthusiast. The Cartier tank does not have good specs, it's not good value for money, and when you compare it with something like the Tetra, I think this is a winner. And for just under £2,000, what this watch offers compared with luxury watches is insane. Now there is some different size options, you can get a smaller version, you can also get a larger version, but for me, after wearing this watch for a few days now, I think this is the sweet spot. Now this next one is the one that I think is probably the best looking Nomos from the catalogue, but there are a couple of trade-offs that you have to make for the looks here. I've noticed a couple of things that I don't like about this watch that would certainly stray me away from buying one. The Metro was released in 2014, and it's one of Nomos' more complicated offerings. It features both a date window at the 6 o'clock and a power reserve indicator at the 1. Again, an in-house movement, Nomos have done this themselves. Now style here, I feel like it's a hybrid between the club and the Tetra, so not quite a dress watch, not quite casual. It's sort of an everyday wearer, it's like the perfect office watch. Now in terms of vibe, I do feel it's along the lines of the club, you know, a little bit hipster, but clean, classy, minimal, cool. Unfortunately, spec-wise, we're more Tetra than we are club. Water resistance is 30 meters again, no loom, but we still get sapphire and stainless. However, with the Metro, we do actually get a dome sapphire here. Again, this particular model does come with an open case back, so we get to see that gorgeous movement, and I think this is probably Nomos' best case design. 37mm in diameter, 43mm for the lug to lug, 8.1mm in thickness. I think of all the four I've got here today, this is sort of the most complete when it comes to a wearing experience. It's super comfortable to wear, but you still get lots of wrist presence because of that nice large dial. But remember those quirks I mentioned that would stop me buying one? One of them's the lugs. Nomos claims that this watch features an 18mm lug width, but that doesn't quite tell the full story. The strap on this watch is 18mm, and the gaps between the lugs is 18mm, but the actual place where you put the spring bars measures in at 16mm. lugs. So you need to use a 16mm spring bar on an 18mm strap, which means that you do get that wired lugs kind of aesthetic, but it massively limits strap options. How many 18mm straps do you have that have a 16mm spring bar? Yeah, probably a bit like me, absolutely zero. So you're gonna have to get creative or just stick with the supplied strap. And for me, I like to play around with straps. That's just not acceptable. Now this is the most expensive Nomos we're checking out today. It comes in at £3,360. And I think the design here is incredible, even though it's asymmetrical. It's beautiful. It wears unbelievably well, at least on my 6.5-inch wrist. But that awful lug design, I just can't see past it. Another thing I'm not a fan of, no quick set date feature. That's a bit of a deal breaker. You can quick set the date by switching between 9 and 12 repeatedly. But you know, a modern watch having no quick set date, I'm not a fan. Now don't get me wrong, I love watches with quirks and flaws. I often think that's what gives them personality. But those lugs and that date is two things that I can't look past. So out of the 4 watches that we've checked out today, 3 of them are hits, 1 of them is a miss. I love the clubs, very, very cool pieces. Absolutely adore the Tetra, it wears so beautifully. But those weird lugs and no quick set date on the Metro is just a bit too much for me. But all things considered, I think Nomos deserves a bit more love. I personally see them as an entry-level luxury watch brand. Incredible designs, some of the best out there in fact, top tier quality, no doubt, and extremely competitive prices when you consider what other watch brands offer. In-house manufacturing is extremely special at this price point, especially from a German watchmaker. I'm unapologetically a Nomos fan. It was amazing to get hands-on with these 4 watches today, so thank you to Nomos for sending them over. Drop me a like if you enjoyed it. Catch you in the next one, guys. Bye for now.